All right. So I'm recording just for administrative purposes. Today is January 12th, 2016, and this is our team call. So here we go. Screen share. I want this. All right. Tell me when you can see. Hold on. Give me 1 second. But tell me when you can see the presentation.
Yeah.
You can see it?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to mute. Oh, that's okay. All right, guys.
Are you gonna email this to us too?
I am.
Okay.
I absolutely am. All right, guys. So here's the deal. I want to talk to you guys about a power hour. Since most of you are pretty new, everything I know gets overwhelming. It gets like completely confusing because you want to do everything that you possibly can do to make your business grow like immediately. And I just want to tell you from the very beginning, this is not an overnight process and you have to be patient. And I am the worst person to talk about patience because I have none. But after speaking with corporate, I got a resurge of energy because I went to them and I was like, this is what I'm doing. And I want to know like, what else can I be doing? Basically, they reaffirmed that everything that we are doing as a team is 100% on point for what a successful team does. Okay. So they were really super impressed with everything that we've done. They're super impressed where we placed, like 1, 2, 3, 4 was awesome out of 400,000 coaches. I think that's pretty awesome. And over and over and over again, it is the same activities, same tasks that you need to do to grow your business. And it is freaking boring sometimes, and it is so painful. But I'm going to go through the things, and you probably already know them, but I want to actually show them to you on paper, what you have to do in your power hour to build your business. Now, I will say this. I have the luxury of being, my own boss. I am like all over the place, so I get shit done all different times of the day. However, if you are like Christine, when you're working and you can't do anything in that 12 hours, your shift, then you only have an hour at night, then you got to bang out exactly what you need to bang out. And you can do it in an hour, but it has to be laser focused, okay? You can't scroll through Facebook. You can't, this shiny object over here, let me go look at the squirrel. You can't do that. You have to focus if you want to do it in an hour. So what do you do in that hour, okay? And I'm going to show you. Ooh, isn't that pretty?
Wow.
All right. So if you are a coach, and don't worry, you're all going to get this presentation. If you are a coach, which most of you are, and then some of you are emeralds, and I will advance to that, and then diamonds, and I will advance to that. What you're doing on a daily basis, guys, is going to be very basic. And the 3 basic things that you're doing, it should be absolutely no surprise to you. They are the 3 vital behaviors, right? So the first one, invite. What do we mean by inviting? I literally mean when you're a coach and you're starting out, you are going to pretend that you don't see anybody else's news feed, but you are going to friend request people that you went to high school with, that your chiropractor, your old friend of a friend, people that you were in sororities with, college, whatever it is. And I promise you that the more you do this, the less creepy you will feel, okay? Right? So when you start out on this journey, you've probably used Facebook just to like look at your friends' kids or your friends' whatever, wedding or whatever it is. You have to change your mindset right now, and you have to think of Facebook as your tool to build your business. It is no longer where you're going to go look at other people's cats. It's just not. Okay? And that's fine for somebody that doesn't want to build a business, but you are building a business. So your mission is to create relationships. And the only way that you can create relationships is by friend requesting people. Now, there was a statistic because I told you guys that I bought a Facebook training program, which I'm going through right now, and I will share everything once I am done. But there's like 865 million people on Facebook or something crazy like that, right? And I think they said like 100, I don't even know the statistics, but like there's like thousands of accounts being created every single minute. Some crazy statistic that I will get you. If you are not a person that's in front of people on a daily basis all day long, this is your opportunity to grow your business. So invite. As a coach, you are simply trying to build your reach. And you can do that with a simple friend request and adding friends. You can comment, I'm reading straight from this thing, comment on other people's statuses. So you need to be present on Facebook. You don't need to be wasting time, but be very targeted in what you want to do. So for example, on my Facebook page, or when I open up my page, I've showed you guys before that I have the top Beachbody coaches in a group, right? So like if I don't have an idea for a post, I literally click on top Beachbody coaches and it shows me the, 80 or 100 people that I have in there that I follow. And I can quickly get an idea if something can spark something. But I also have a group for potential clients or potential customers, right? So in that little group goes everyone that, is from high school, anyone that's had a baby recently, anybody that I've seen post food, I put them into this group. So instead of getting completely distracted with my news feed and, shiny objects, because I am a Gemini and I call myself, I have antennas, right? And everything I pick up, I like run the other way. I literally can pop into this little group and I look at just my potential future customers and I comment, oh my God, looks like you had a great time at picking apples. Your son is so cute or whatever. And I'm not saying that you cannot be disingenuous. You have to remember you are in a relationship business. If you don't like people, this is not the place for you, right? And I've said this 100 times ad nauseum. Like, I genuinely like to talk to people. I genuinely like to connect with people. And that's why I think I've gotten to where I am. Like, I enjoy talking to people. So for me, commenting on somebody's status or saying like, wow, that's such a beautiful picture, or, oh my God, you look so beautiful, whatever it is, that's what you need to do, right? So if you need to separate the people that you're following and you want to target or help, whatever you want to call it, then put them into an interest group. I mean, something is silly. Private message an old friend. Hey, I saw you move to Atlanta. How is it going down there? How's the weather? Whatever. Call your aunt. Hilarious. But literally, you start with your friends and family first. You know that. So if you need to message your aunt or text your aunt and just see how she's doing, or if you know somebody in your family is struggling with a health and fitness goal, talk to them. You don't need to shove Beachbody down their throat. You just need to create relationships. That is your job when you first sign up as a coach. Create relationships with people. And again, I want to stress this is not an overnight business. So the relationships that you're going to create today are going to be your pipeline the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months. And it takes time. It takes time. But if you put in the focused work now, I promise you, you will reap the benefits later. I promise you. Okay. The other thing you're going to invite to, I've said this, we have this set up in our team page. You know how the drill, you know what my system is. You have, a fit club. I haven't done one yet, but it's on there. If you wanted to hold a fit club, you can absolutely do that. What is a fit club? You organize a place, you organize, video, whatever. You can do a DVD. You can invite people to come, try Shakeology. And, it may cost you some money to rent the place, whatever it is. There's a waiver in the back office that you can actually have everybody fill out. So you're not legally, responsible for anything. That's my lawyer voice. But, if you wanted to set that up, you can certainly look into that. A free clean eating group. We had one going on. You can, it doesn't have to be a free clean eating group. It can be any type of group of your choice, right? So if you are really good at organizing, you can say, hey, I'm going to run a 7-day challenge on organizing your closet, or I'm going to run a 7-day challenge on how to take Pinterest, crafts and really make them happen, because most of them, moms fail at the Pinterest crafts. Whatever it is, it does not have to be Beachbody related. But you always have to have something that you're inviting to, something like a Super Saturday, okay? A free cleaning challenge, a paid challenge group, whatever it is. The next part is, again, a challenge group, or to look at the business opportunity when it fits into the conversation. You're not going to start a conversation with somebody you haven't spoken to in 20 years and be like, hey, I'm doing this Beachbody thing. I think you'd be a great coach. Come, join me. What? No, that's weird. That's totally weird. It's freaky, and that gives everybody a bad name. So don't do that. You are trying to develop relationships. That is what the invitation process is about. I do not want you guys to complicate it. Everyone gets scared of that. It's not scary if you just think about it as, hey, I like people. I'm going to ask this girl, like, well, hey, you moved to California. I'm thinking of moving there one day. Like, what do you like about it? What do you not like about it? Whatever it is, simple. Do not complicate. Do not hold yourself back. Get in the mindset of just pushing through what is holding you back and just invite, okay? Personal development. This is huge, guys. The National Wake Up Call, I have not, honestly, I don't think I've missed one. I mean, I've missed them live once in a while, but on my calendar at 11 o'clock on Monday, I'm listening to the National Wake Up Call. Like, I just am. The reason is because I'm a nerd and because I want to make sure that I have all the information I need to run my business. And on that call is updates, product updates, things that are releasing, dates of certain events that are coming up. Like, there are valuable pieces of information in that National Wake Up Call. So if you don't catch it at 11 a.m. on Mondays, you've got to listen to the replay sometime during the day. All right. Personal development in YouTube. You can watch YouTube videos on just about absolutely anything. And what I suggest you do is figure out what is it that you are struggling with in a certain week, in a certain month, and what do you need personal development on at that moment. You are going to go through seasons. You are going to go through different obstacles. You're going to face different challenges. So, when I first started the business, I wanted to understand network marketing. So I read Go Pro by Eric Worre, and I'll have that on a different slide, my suggestions. I wanted to understand, like, what does this business, like, I've never been in network marketing. What does it mean? So I read that. I also read, Sarah Robbins. She has this Rockin' Robbins. She's the top producer in Rodan and Fields. It's okay. It's nothing that you can't find online. It's, whatever. But I read that because I wanted to understand. Then I went into the back office, and in the back office, there is, every training video you could possibly want from every past summit. So if you want a specific topic, look through the summit videos. If you are stuck with, actually goal setting, Eat That Frog is a great one. You have to do something that speaks to you at that moment. So for example, let me just tell you what I'm doing right now. I'm reading Start With Why. And I love Simon Sinek, who is the author, but I'm just not clicking with it, right? I'm just like, okay, like, whatever. And I realized, like, that's not what I need right now. What I needed right now was more of a spiritual, motivational, what am I put on this earth to do kind of thing. So I popped in Joel Osteen this morning, and I'm going to actually try to find the YouTube video of it because I think it applies whether you're spiritual or not to everyone. So he was talking about, like, you have a gift and you have to use that gift. You have to find what that gift is. That's what I needed today. So my Start With Why book is going on a shelf for the moment. If something's not working for you, turn it off. Don't waste your time. If it's not speaking to you, move on to something else. So you have to get your personal development in. And the reason you have to get it in is because you are a work in progress. Physically, mentally, spiritually, you're a work in progress. And if you're not going to grow on the inside, you will never, ever be successful in this business. And it's because you've got to strive to be better than you are today, because you want to help other people move forward. Okay. And and the other thing is when I'm reading personal development, I would say like 50% of my posts come from the things that I read. All right. So there's always nuggets that you can be, getting from these different things that you're listening to. The workout, guys, it's a non-negotiable. And I'll be the first to like throw up, out the white flag. Like, I was not consistent. And I finally, after almost 2 years, am now in a place where I'm consistent. And that's fine if you're not consistent, but then you need to talk about your inconsistency and how you're working through it. So any struggle that you have, you've got to turn it into a lesson that you can help other people, get through. All right. So your body is your business. It's all about progress. It's not perfection. We're not looking for perfection, but in that progress, in that forward movement, If you are on point with your fitness, then share that. Like, this is my life. I love it. It makes me feel good, blah, blah, blah. Last year, I was like, I love it and I hate it and I don't know when I can do it and I'm not really sure if I want to do it, but I'm going to try to do it anyway. And sometimes I fail and sometimes I'm good at it. Whatever it is, you've got to be willing to share that. Your progress is your business, okay? Your posts, they have to add value. So here's the deal. The post, you can't do in 1 hour because obviously you've got to post throughout the day. So that's, this is a little strange here. But in this hour that you're doing this, you can actually work on posts for the next day. So try to get yourself ahead a little bit so that you're not scrambling, running to the computer and saying like, okay, I got to put a filter on this picture and I got to create this little thing and I'm going to run this one through, Photofy and blah, 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 blah. And I know that's hard to think, a day ahead because, sometimes for me, things just sort of like happen and I do them when they're happening. But if you can do like one thing ahead of time. So I don't know if you guys have noticed, if you follow me, like I'm doing these black and white quotes that just pop sort of into my head. And I'm trying to do those. Like those are something that I can actually, create. So the night before, if I have something in my head, I create that image and then the next morning it goes up. So at least I have my one post for the morning, right? That's
Hootsuite too.
I can Hootsuite it, Dee, but you know what? The thing about Hootsuite that freaks me out is that everyone that I've listened to said that
not Scoot.
Hootsuite.
Sorry.
Hootsuite, for some reason, it doesn't give, Facebook doesn't like it, and it actually doesn't push your post into the newsfeed. I don't know. Yes, it only pushes. Try it out. See if you Hootsuite something. How many comments and likes you get on that?
I'm going to check it right now.
Check it right now, because from what I understand is that Facebook as a whole, as a company, doesn't like anybody outside, like trying to like creep in. And that's also true for, and this is like a whole social media training. That's also true if you post a link to a video in your actual text of your post, and it's a YouTube video, Facebook will actually read that as, yeah, we don't want anybody leaving Facebook and going outside of Facebook. So we're not actually going to push your post into the newsfeed. This is what I'm saying. Like when you start to get to a certain level, can you guys hear me or no? Oh no. Can you guys hear me now? Oh no.